Louis, I know I hadn't been on the air in some time, St. Louis. I want to tell all of you from the Lou, I love you. Let's go to school, St. Louis. Facebook, I don't have the rights to this music. Don't shut me down, Facebook. I'm just trying my best to make sure my brothers and sisters from the Lou, from the Bahamas, New York, Georgia, Alabama, Oregon, Florida, all over the world are doing fine. Everyone is preparing for Easter coming up. I want you all to begin to understand that we, unfortunately, are following deception. But many of you don't think it's deception because your mind is not strong enough to acknowledge and recognize that you're following deception. Many of you don't realize that in order for you to see everything as it truly is, you must reach a perfect sound. In order to reach that sound, you have to become fully developed in mind, not partially, because you're either hot or cold. You can't be lukewarm. If you're lukewarm, you're going to continue to stay on that trajectory towards the wide gate that leads to destruction. I'm trying to get you all to come to the realization and understand that we've never understood. You're following a lie. You're following your undeveloped mind, and as a result, cancer and heart disease, strokes, diabetes, all kinds of infirmities is killing us. And as a result of you being attacked by that virus and or disease, you have not the power to fight. How can you fight and you're suffering from cancer? You can't fight. The reason being is you don't have the power to fight. Your cells are mutating, making bad copies of themselves. And as a result, you're perishing, you're dying, you're losing your sound. But yet you think it's normal. Yet you think God got something to do with you dying. That's a lie straight from hell. You don't even know who God is. Many of you are chasing deities and people that consider themselves to be men and women of God, but yet they men and women of the devil, of darkness. They've been making merchandise out of you ever since you've known yourself, your mama, your grandmama, your great-grandmother. You've been following fables and stories and seared your consciousness. You're perishing. It's just like you in a flood and don't realize you in a flood, but you think you're doing fine. You think you're looking good 24, 36, 24, or 36, 24, 36, but yet you fail to realize that another 30 years you'll be in a nursing home or you'll be in someone's grave. We must come to the realization that we can stop time, because if we don't reach the speed of light, 186,000 miles per second, 300,000 kilometers, we are in trouble. You're going to stay on the path to destruction, and yet you think it's normal. And the reason your mind is agreeing with what the path you're on is because your mind is dying, so it can't think beyond where it is. In order for you to reach a higher level of awareness, you have to be able to strengthen your prefrontal cortex, hippocampus, and amygdala to a level in which you never thought you were capable of strengthening, but yet you're running around here acting the damn fool, think you got it going on, you got the 411, but yet you don't know the truth. And the pattern in which we've been following is consistent. The children are having fun and going to college, getting good jobs, and then all of a sudden they end up in a nursing home. And then they end up in the grave. Then their children, then their children's children. Something's wrong with that picture. Apparently, we don't know who God is, because if we're dying every day from birth to death, that means you never lived. How can you live if you're dying? Just imagine if I leave a fruit out for 20, 30 years, the fruit can't get ripe if it's detached from the tree. The fruit is going to perish. We got to reattach ourselves to the tree and live for the first time. We've been detached at the molecular subatomic level, damn it, it's time to reattach. It's time for us to say all or nothing. I'm not playing the radio. Don't get in the way. I know more than you think. Not only that, I'm fearless, afraid of nothing. Of nothing. I'll tell you why. I've had what they call a good life. I went on and did 21 years with DEA, 8 St. Louis City PD, 8 Air Force, total of 30-some years of law enforcement. Do you consider it a good life? I don't consider it living. Because if the grave is waiting on me, then that wasn't a life. I'm looking at eternity. I'm looking at going beyond the veil and reversing the laws of thermodynamics and saying all or nothing. Don't get in the way. New damn sheriff in town. Trust me. Afraid of nothing. It's time. Stay tuned. It's time. Look at Ukraine and Russia. World War I, World War II. It's time for us to stand up and say enough is a damn enough. It's showtime. God bless you all. God bless.